When you need to come to Ben and Kelly, it's Group Therapy on 99.7 DJX.
Kelly, what's group therapy?
Well, this is a safe place where you can come and air out an issue, get some advice from people who don't have any sort of connection to the situation or feelings or bias towards it.
Yeah, I'm going to toss a phone number out real quick. 502-571-9970. If you want to comment or give Melissa some help, who's on the phone. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning.
All right, so will you walk us through the wild message you sent us?
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Like, reliving it makes me just see it in my head. I can't get it out of my head. So, basically, I just need to know whether or not I should tell my husband about this, because my husband was really sweet, and he hired our neighbor, who's in his early 20s, to come over and mow the lawn. So bad for the guy. You know, he's just starting this business. So he was mowing, and my husband was at work, and I was just, you know, inside at work on my computer, and he came inside and asked to use the bathroom. So, of course, I told him it wasn't a problem, pointed to the restroom down the hall. I kept working. But I noticed, like, he was in there quite a long time.
No.
Like a long time, like 15, 20 minutes. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I got a little concerned and thinking maybe, like, I didn't hear him finish up, go back outside. I walked over to the bathroom. And the door wasn't all the way shut, so I paused outside the door to just kind of, like, listen and see if he was okay or whatever. And then I didn't hear anything. So I just knocked quickly and I opened it.
Okay.
Not thinking that on the other side he would be there, completely naked on the toilet.
He was naked?
Naked as the day he was born. And
what did you do?
I screamed on the top of my lungs like bloody murder, and then he screamed.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And I slammed the door, and I asked if he was okay. Like, I stood outside the door, and I was just like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, is everything all right? And he just started, like, stammering and apologizing over and over and over. And then I hear him, like, flush the toilet, and he's just messing around, I guess, putting his clothes back on, and he comes out, like, fully dressed, as if nothing, as if nothing happened.
What was he doing?
I don't know. Oh, God. I just can't get the visual out of my head.
Right.
It's a lot. So anyway, he apologized, and he told me, like, please don't tell my husband, and he wasn't doing anything bad. So he basically explained to me, which I've never heard before, that he takes all his clothes off to use the bathroom and was embarrassed because he didn't shut the door all the way.
He said he has to take all of his clothes off to use the restroom.
Yes.
Okay.
He said every time, no matter where it is, no matter what he's wearing, he has to get fully naked in order to, like, I guess, get comfortable.
Oh my God.
To do the do. So I was like, oh my God, I was dying. So, you know, I told him it was okay. I tried to calm him down because he was kind of, you know, shaken up too.
Sure.
And he's like, please, like, don't tell your husband. You know, I guess he doesn't want to, like, lose the job and make it awkward. I mean, we've been living next to these people for quite a long time.
Yeah.
So I just told him, look, it's okay. Go back outside, finish the lawn, whatever. So it's been a few days, and I can't, it's like I said, like, I have this visual, like, if I close my eyes, I can see it, and it freaks me out. And I can't stop thinking about how weird it was. So I'm like, I just keep thinking, like, do you think he's telling the truth? Do you guys actually do that? Should I tell my husband? Like, there's so many questions.
I'm assuming your husband would probably not find it as funny as you.
No, he would go over to the neighbor's house, and it would be very ugly. It would be a huge thing. He would blow up.
Yeah,
so
right.
I don't want to ruin this guy's, like, reputation, or you know, he's a young kid in his 20s. I don't want to, like, ruin his life. But,
right. Sure.
You know, or if it's something he can't control. But, like, I'm having a really hard time with this because what if he really was doing something bad? Like, what if he's lying? You know,
oh my gosh. Yeah. That's the weird, creepy part that is just a little suspect. But the whole, like, oh wow. Okay, so we've got tons of people texting in already. So Melissa, hang tight, and we'll try to steer you in a direction on how you can approach this with your husband or not. You know.
Okay.
Thank you for blessing us with this.
You are so welcome. Better me than you. I wouldn't want anyone else to see what I thought. So.
All right, Melissa, I appreciate it.
Sure, no problem.
Ron writes in and is like, run for the hills and tell your husband for sure. It's dangerous. Or get it on with the lawn guy. Great memories.
OMG.
Thanks, Ron. That's not helping. That's not. She didn't say she was attracted to him.
Well, yeah, no. Sassy Matt rolls in, though, and says, listen, I do this, too. It's more sanitary to leave your clothes away from the toilets.
Oh, my gosh.
Just tell your husband.
I do this,
weird.
too?
Oh, my God.
Okay, all right. I think we're gonna peel off some layers of our listening audience that we're gonna find out some stuff, and I love it. All right, so Melissa, thank you. 502-571-9970 group therapy. Melissa witnessed her 20-something neighbor who came in to use the restroom after doing the lawn. Him taking his clothes, he had taken his clothes off to use the restroom. And so they were like startled. He was like, don't tell your husband. I wasn't doing anything bad. She's like...
Yeah, like the door was kind of cracked open. Didn't realize it wasn't completely shut.
Yeah, it's been a couple days, though, and she's like... It's been mulling around in her head, and she's like, is he telling the truth? Like, was he actually doing something creepy, or do guys do this? Like, what should I do?
I don't think that we really need to tell the husband, because I feel like... Unless, like some people suggested, we'll just kind of say, hey, so something weird happened the other day, and maybe ask her husband, like, hey, do guys do this? Is this like a thing? But I'm telling you what, naked poopers are uniting on our text line right now. They're all coming out of the woodwork and saying this is a thing. Some people are like, hey, it kind of starts as like a potty training technique as kids, and for some people it just
sticks.
You never get over it.
That is
it
funny.
Just sticks, yeah.
Christy.
I was just listening to the group therapy, and my brother actually does the same thing.
He has to get completely naked to go number 2.
He gets completely naked to go number 2.
Okay, so what would we tell Melissa?
If the husband is going to make a big deal, I might tell him that it happened, but there's other people who do it as well.
Okay, it should be like, don't worry about it. It's a thing.
I actually thought my brother was strange for doing it, but hearing obviously there's other people that do it, I find it kind of funny. But
all right, well,
if everybody has their thing,
I guess so. Christy, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good one. Hey, Tammy.
Hey,
what's your thought?
I was at work one time, and this lady was in the bathroom stall, and she had her clothes hanging over the top of the door, and she was in there using the bathroom.
So this is not just men.
No.
Okay. All right.
Women do it also. My grandson is 7, and he does it.
Tammy, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Becky.
Hey.
All right, so he is getting naked to go to the restroom. Melissa saw it. Now what'd she do?
She ignores it. My son used to do this when he was younger, and he is slightly autistic, so you don't really notice it all the time.
Oh, okay.
He can kind of hide it. But also, that would make sense as why he didn't think, I live next door, let me go to the bathroom at home, and just using ours. If he was slightly autistic, it just might not occur to him to go home to use the bathroom.
Oh, thank you, Becky.
Okay, listen, can we just... so many people are coming out saying like this is a thing. Like Angela is said this is totally a thing. My husband's best friend leaves his clothes outside the bathroom door, and now my son does it.
Okay.
And then Mackenzie says, my husband's 26. He does this. Then he gets in the shower right after, says it's gross.
Okay.
Because poop gets in his butt hair. And
Oh, gosh.
So it's a germ thing.
Okay. I will say that I am proud of everyone for not hanging this guy out to dry, for just saying, look, there are naked poopers among us, and you and you know what? They look normal. They look like normal people, but they have to get naked to poop. So you know what?
They're hiding in plain sight, and we appreciate all of you for coming forth and you know making your truth known. I think it's very brave.
It's very brave.
Think you're helping each other. Say, you know what? This is fine. This is normal. This is a thing. I don't think that Melissa, in hearing everyone's testimony, I don't think she needs to tell her husband. Yeah. Because, I think we just let go.
Yeah, I was going to say, if her husband's the type that's going to turn this into a thing and think like, what? He's getting naked in our house.
Yeah.
You know,
then, it doesn't need to be a thing because it's not a thing.
Right. All right. So, wow. Okay.
All right.
I think this is good. Melissa. Yeah. Go ahead and follow up with us the next time he mows the lawn and asks to use the restroom. But I doubt he's going to ask to use the restroom again.
He probably isn't.
He probably won't. It had to have been an absolute emergency for him to go that route. And he obviously felt comfortable with you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a one-off thing. I think we just move on.
Oh, man.
And again, thank you to everybody for your thoroughness, your bravery,
and your transparency with all this,
and your graphic descriptions.
Yeah, Bo texts us and he says, "LMAO, I hop in my Firebird to go to work, turn y'all on, and naked poopers." Yep, that's what we got. And that's Group Therapy on 99.7 DJX.